right now. So I'm hopping over to Kotlin, Kotlin Playground, which is just play.kotlinlang.org. The only big difference is that you have to put everything into a main function. So it's printing this line. If I hit play, you can see it'll run hello world. Okay, so we're going to talk about conditional statements. So conditional statements are basically if statements, right? And if statements look like this. They say if, and then we have the conditions followed by a curly brace, and then that code is followed by else, if we'd like to use an else, followed by a curly brace. So these different things, basically we're going to fill in some blanks here and write our own conditional statement. So I'm going to write if, and let's do some conditions. We'll do if sum is greater than 5, then print line it's greater than 5. So that's the default. Let's go ahead and declare a value of sum, and we'll have it equal to 8. So if I hit run, what do you think it's going to print? It's going to print it's greater than 5. I'm just going to comment out this hello world up here. So it's printing it's greater than 5. Okay, cool. So it's working. So let's write an else statement. So anything else. So if it's not greater than 5, go ahead and print the line it's not greater than 5. Let's change this to 2 and run it. It printed it's not greater than 5 because this is no longer true. It jumps to this else statement and prints that. Now, what's important about these greater than and less than symbols, which a lot of people get confused with, is if you use the one that you're evaluating, 5, right? 5 is not greater than 5. It is going to print this second statement. A lot of people get confused with that. They're thinking, oh, it's 5, this is 5, it should print. It's not a greater than and equal to sign, which looks like this. Now whenever I hit play, it's greater than 5 is playing because I have that equals sign here. So there's a bunch of different operators, okay? Those operators are things like equals, right, which is evaluating if something is true or not. So this is basically, is it true / equivalent? We have greater than, we have less than, we have greater than and equal to, we have less than and equal to. Sorry, this one autofills a little easier than the other. And we also have some other statements that we'll get into in a little bit, including an operator that looks like this, 2 ampersands, which is Shift 7 on the standard US keyboard, and also 2 pipes, which is Shift and then the key above the return key on most keyboards. The pipe key is also I think it's the / key. So Shift and then that key. So we have if sum is greater than or equal to 5, print it's greater than 5. So what if we wanted to do 3 of these? Let's have if it's greater than 5, print it's greater than 5. Else if, so you can write another if statement, sum is equivalent to 5. Remember this means equivalent, double equal signs. Print it's 5. And then we can lastly have an else statement that is print line it's less than 5. So let's run it. It's 5, so that's what we get printed. So the structure, right, is thinking about different conditions and how we want to check those conditions. If we were to pull that back into our old function back here on the REPL page, we could jump up here and do something like only, return this if this value is less than this, etc. So these if statements, these conditional statements, become essential for programming to actually, be able to check and evaluate different values. Let's talk about the 2 strange operators here, the AND operator and the OR operator. So this, let's write another value, and we'll call this is it odd? All right, so 5 is an odd number, so I'll have that equal to true. This is a Boolean now. So we're going to say if the sum is greater than 5 and is it odd is equal to true, print it's greater than 5 and it's odd. If it's equal to 5 and is it odd is equal to true, print it's 5 and it's odd. You get what I'm doing here, okay? So this and, it says these both have to be true. And is this, it has to be true, and this condition has to be met. Both of these have to be met. If we do pipes, 2 pipes, that's or. Is this condition true, or is this one true? So let's say, or it is odd. Let's do 7. Hit play. Well, that fulfills both of those. Let's do one that's smaller, like 3. So 3 is technically less than 5, but it's odd. So let's say run. It's greater than 5, or it's odd. So that's conditional statements in a nutshell.